Hello and welcome! This is Mouse Gunner, and we're back with some more Stellaris, and we're continuing on with the war against the Sirgog League here. And right now, we're working to, if I can come in here, invade the home world of the Sirgog League. And their defenses are starting to wind down here a little bit.
Hostile fleet engaged. Debris analyzed.
What hostile fleet is engaged? Over here? Ah, they're trying to send Marines. So we're engaging here. Assuming that's what's going on. Alright, and they jumped out. That's why we have that fleet there. Okay. We do have a hostile fleet incoming. And the defenses are now gone. Let's go ahead and grab the Marines and tell them to land. And hopefully that's enough. Ooh, we've got something else. Abduction proposal. So I wonder if this is the Neo-Testor stuff ramping up. We have identified a scientist among the primitive Klagians on Jargsay Crop that shows great promise. His brilliant research is far ahead of his peers, and parts of it are revolutionary even by our standards. Though his work is certainly increasing the technological progress of the Klagians, his potential is wasted on their backward civilization. In our advanced labs, he would have an opportunity to do some real science. All right, we abduct him and we gain him. Oh, it's actually a special project. He's still savage. Leave him with his people. Okay, so either of those could have ramifications. Hold on. Let's go ahead and hit go to. Now, which world is this? Is this the world where I'm trying to enlighten the people? I believe it is. Actually, I'd have to click on this. Alright. I don't have control over this, so what happens here is just the passive observation. So either I gain this mission or I don't. Well, considering that I don't have control over this, I really don't think it matters, so I'm going to go ahead and draw up the abduction scenario, I guess. Just as something fun to do.
Situation log updated.
Okay. So we have to put a science ship in orbit to do that. Let's grab a science ship here. Right now, we don't have any that are free. But there should be one in this area. Oh, they're working on a different research. That's the... Okay, well, they'll be done when they're done, and then we'll worry about that. And we do have a construction ship not doing anything. Where are you? Just so I know. Okay, so you're there. I don't know if there's any other resources that I need taken advantage of right here in this area. Out of curiosity, I am not sure if I've done this. Yeah, we need to get a solar panel network here. Solar panel network here. I haven't been keeping an eye on some of my newer colonies. Alright. You... Because I don't have anything for you to do right this moment. I think I'm just going to send you into orbit over here. So that I'm not paying maintenance cost for you. Alright. Alright, let's go back to the war. And as I said, we should be landing troops here. Alright, there they go. Could do this just to make sure they don't regenerate health or any of that. If we lose. It looks like we're going to win, though, so let's just back that off.
Enemy planet secured.
All right. So we'll let those guys be for now. I probably need to keep a small fleet back just to make sure they don't recapture their home planet. So we'll grab some destroyers here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 destroyers. And just hang here. And then the rest of the fleet go on to the next planet we have to capture, which is up here. Alright. We have debris, which is just giving physics research for now. And these guys just keep trying to send Marines over here. And at this point, we can merge these two fleets together. And have you guys... Oop. I don't know what I just clicked on there, but it sent me all the way back to my home system, I think. I should make sure they're in the path of these Marine forces that are trying to land. I think I clicked on this icon is what happened there. Okay. We have a small fleet here. This fleet is on its way. Okay, good.
Special project complete.
All right. Archaeological project completed. A closer study of asteroid 234-1138. In reality, a hidden Cybrex listening post has produced some interesting results. For whatever reason, the asteroid was left behind when the rest of the Cybrex vanished from the galaxy. It remained functional for at least 50,000 years after their disappearance, despite increasingly erratic behavior from its administrative AI. After more than 5 trillion failed attempts to connect with the Cybrex subspace hub, the AI appears to have suicided by short-circuiting all of the asteroid systems. Okay. So we get a little bit of research and we progress the Cybrex mission.
Debris analyzed.
All right, more debris. Just physics for now. Making sure that the rest of my empire is fine. And we don't really know all that well what's going on here, but it looks like our ally over here is holding out just fine. Now, another war goal is this planet over here. I'm not sure if my ally would be able to take that on their own, because it is something that's going to them. Right now,
Hostile fleet engaged.
we're at a war goal of 63%. And I forget how you... Oh, there we go. So they would give me the 2 planets I have, but they won't give me the planet I don't have. Alright. Well, we're just going to have to wait. Eventually, I'd like to get that last war goal. Okay, so we've arrived. Or we're about to arrive.
Situation log
Oh,
updated.
there we are. We killed the fleet there. And they're just going to move on to the next thing.
Research complete.
I don't really care if they blow up the mining stations. Alright. We do have a science ship not doing anything. I'll take care of that here in a second. Alright, so we got this research. Alright. I might as well do all the colonization types so that we don't have the situation I had last time. Yeah. Let's go ahead and do that. And come out. I'll go ahead and let time progress a little bit here while we move things around. So science ship that's not doing anything. What happened to that? Ah, there it is. Research project. All right. And we have a construction ship over there. There's plenty of things still to do over here. Why don't you go ahead and build mining stations here. Surprised that hadn't been done yet. And then we'll go and pick up all the science that we need that's over here. And there is still a fair amount over here to build. I'm kind of keeping this construction ship over here so that we can build things up here once the war is over, which I assume is going to happen soon. All right. Let's go back into the war here.
Hostile fleet engaged.
All right.
Situation
So just
log
Marines
updated.
continue to attack. Okay. No, I want to come in here. Grab the fleet. Tell them to start bombarding. And win. Yeah, okay, I was just making sure there wasn't any defense platforms or something like that. When this planet's armies are back full health, we'll send them along. Looks like my
Construction
allies may be
complete.
already sending Marines. Although,
Hostile fleet engaged.
oh. Oh, that's just more... No, not there. Oh, is the construction ship? I'm assuming they're going to be trying to retreat.
Debris analyzed.
All right.
Situation log updated.
Okay. More physics. Oh. You guys. Go merge up. And where is this other fleet that is supposedly not doing anything? Oh, they're hanging out over here. Okay. As a matter of fact, rather than have these fleets merge up, you cancel that. Jump over here. And just go into orbit. We'll deal with that a little bit later. Okay. Oh, I just lost another scientist. All right. Well, we've got leader space. Well, we're definitely going to have leader space when one dies. Recruit a scientist. Although we may gain one from that event. All right. Expertise in voidcraft. I mean, that's something as opposed to these anomaly things. We'll go ahead and recruit this guy. And is there anything voidcraft-wise? No. So just grab this guy. All right. And again, trying to keep an eye on this planet and seeing when the Marines are ready. They look like they're ready. Let's grab these guys. We can take their home planet. I'm assuming we can take these guys over here pretty easily. They'll go over there. Go over there, please. Enter orbit for now. And how is the... Make sure you guys are in orbit. How is the bombardment going? All right, they have a lot of fortification, so let's ramp this up.
Construction complete.
Now, we have almost enough war goal to get this over with. I sent the wrong fleet. Shoot. You guys, go back where you were and go into that planet so they don't land. Thank you very much. I thought I only sent these guys. I don't know why the other guys went as well. Probably because the merge order was still there. Alright. That might have been why they were trying to still merge with that other fleet. That was a little bit of a mistake, but we'll probably... Uh-oh. Increased fertility. The Neo-Testors on Schlargas have made more alterations to their DNA. Not only has their fertility been dramatically increased, but their children now reach adulthood much faster than normal Testors. Neo-Testor population numbers may soon be increasing at an exponential rate. All right. So, that's interesting, I guess. The ramifications of that, I'm kind of curious where this is going to go. Am I going to have, like, genocide where one race wins out in the end? So far, I haven't been able to do anything.
Complete.
Okay, abduction successful. Our agents have successfully abducted the native scientist from Jorg Krop. One of our ground shuttles intercepted his motor car as he was returning home from work late at night and disabled it with an EMP blast. The scientist was temporarily paralyzed and brought into the shuttle while the memories of his bodyguard detail were wiped. We are confident in our ability to convince the good scientist to work for us. All right, well, nothing yet. All right, more death. As a governor. All right, I'll worry about governors and things like that at a later point. And hold on. Science ship. Okay, so that's the other science ship. It has nothing to do. Is there anything left to survey? Doesn't look like over in this part of space. So you might as well run over here. Get the research project done. And then we'll see from there. Alright. Continue. Oh, this planet's not surveyed. Actually, let me reroute you. So, why don't you come over here, survey the system because it's now within my borders. Right? Or is it not? It might not be in my borders, but it might be in there soon. We might as well survey it because it is close by.
Construction complete.
Alright. Go back to the war here. Grab the planet so I can keep an eye on the bombardment while I'm out. Keep an eye on
analyzed.
the... Okay. More
Hostile
physics.
Fleet engaged.
Right. I'm going to assume that's here. Just transport fleet. I don't really worry about that.
Construction complete.
All right.
Construction complete.
They just keep sending transport fleets back and forth, trying to recapture the worlds that they've lost. All right. Fortifications keep going down. Eventually we'll be able to land. Oh, what is this? Okay. Unemployed pops. How about this? There, now you're not unemployed. What can we build here? We could build a frontier clinic, which would make the planet more habitable. Although maybe a useless building later. It does give me food production, though, and I currently am not producing any food, so we'll do that. Frontier clinic. And then when that's done, you can go ahead. Well, we'll decide on that later. For now, we'll just let that go. All right. Oh. That's the wrong planet. Here we go. Getting close.
Debris analyzed.
Right? Still nothing really all that interesting. Just physics from probably stations I blew up and things like that. All right, very close. All right, there we go. We can... If I hit attack, there they go. I don't have to go down and actually tell the transport. There we go.
Hostile fleet engaged.
All right. I'm going to assume that's here again. I don't see any other hostile fleets. I just do that real quick. Yeah, just more transports. Come back over here so we can watch the invasion, which looks like it's going pretty well.
Complete.
We'll back off the bombardment. Doesn't particularly matter. We're at 80% war score right now. And when we capture this planet...
Debris analyzed.
All right, more debris. All right, we got some progress for science. There we go.
Planet secured.
All right, we're at 85%. Let's see what they would like for as far as negotiation. So, boop, boop, boop. They give us those planets. They wouldn't give us this. So, right now, the length of the war and the war score is not quite enough. Alright, well, we'll get more war score then. Grab this fleet. And again, I'm going to leave behind a little bit of a defensive fleet. So we're going to split off some destroyers. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fine. And you guys just maintain orbit. Actually, you guys will reorder. Alright. We need to attack a station. I think would give us the most war score. So why don't we come close to our border and attack one of these guys? Let's jump there. It's going to take a little while to get there, but... Alright. They are willing to surrender, so... We have victory. We have heard the pain of the cosmos crying out. I think we've seen this message before. The best possible outcome. Alright. There goes the borders. And there goes our allies' planet grab as well. Now there is a outpost in between these two. Would have been nice if they'd blown that up. Either that or it's a colony that I missed. No, it's just an outpost. Well, I can't give them outposts, I don't think, and war goals. So they should have blown that up during the war to get rid of that. But now it's classifying this as my world. But it shouldn't be. Not something that I control. I don't know why it's... Okay, it was green for some reason. Alright, so now we have a bunch of stuff to survey. And... also, we have all these debris to pick up. But a very successful war. Now I have too many planets. Let's take a look at these planets that I just gained. So, it should just be 3. Alright. And these guys, I'm just going to embark. And then grab them and disband. Okay. They're coming back. This planet looks like it's built up just fine. We've got this planet, which has population missing. I'm assuming some of it got killed during the war. Move you over here. And there's some science not getting picked up, but I don't think that's the end of the world. Most of these other things are pretty useful. Alright. And over here... we already looked at that. And then we have some population here that is not Sirgog on this planet, which is nice to see. And looks like we do have some unemployed populations here that we can take a look at. So what is this planetary? Okay, so they're not making enough food. So... habitability is at 90%, so we can't build them a frontier clinic, it doesn't look like. We could build them a military academy, which helps with army production. They don't have... I could do like a mineral processing plant or a... they need food production, I just discussed. The easy thing to do here is just upgrade this, though. Upgrade some of these things that would give them food. So upgrade that. And upgrade that. And then these guys will build... I'll give them the power hub here. If I can find where it is. They might already have one, which might be why I don't see it. Okay. Well, then we'll give them the processing plant. Give them a mineral modifier. Alright. And... anything else I need to do here? So these guys here, we can upgrade. Use our influence to kind of help them out. And food-wise, these guys are fine for the most part. But we are going to do this just to get it moving. And then we'll give all 3 of these planets to its own sector. Or we could give it to this sector. Part of me feels like I should give it to this already existing sector. Keeps things simpler. But there is a possibility that this sector will continue to expand. I think I'm going to make it its own sector. Let's just take a look and make sure that that's not a silly idea with how many sectors I can make. So I've got 3 more sectors I can make, so I'm going to create a new sector. We're going to make the capital here, and then just kind of expand out. Alright, what does that say? Alright, so they do not have Betharian to run a Betharian reactor. Let's take a look at that. Alright, so it's... Oop. Shoot, I didn't want to do that. That just cost me influence. I accidentally did that. Alright. So these guys have a Betharian reactor that they can't use? Is that how I was following that? None of these look like Betharian reactors. What are they talking about? Maybe it's another planet? One of these is a Betharian reactor. Ah, there we go. Alright, Alright, well, I can't do anything about it, so they're just going to have to deal with it. Alright, well, that might have been a slight mistake. But hopefully the sector can work its own problems out. Let's go to the sector itself. And it was here. And I accidentally burned, obviously, some... We'll give them 1,000 energy to start. We'll give them a lot of minerals. Start with 3,000 here. You can go up to 2,000. You can also have 2,000. You can also have 2,000. Kind of help these sectors out. I mean, I've got an abundance of minerals, so we'll just give them a bunch. And what would I like you to do? Right now, it looks like you're pretty good on resources. Let's do a research focus for now. And, alright. Good stuff. So let's grab the fleet. I probably should put a fleet over here. So, you guys go here. You guys go to test. Not a science ship. Shoot. Science ship. Continue doing the debris. Okay. Alright. You, I would like to also go to test. Except I do want to leave behind some corvettes. So... Let's break off some corvettes here and just grab them. Have them come into here. My big fleet gonna go here. And where is this fleet right now? Oh, wait. Oh, I had this huge fleet just sitting around and... Alright, I never used it. And then when they get there, they can repair or whatever they want to do. Matter of fact, have I told them to go into orbit? Don't think I have. Go into orbit. Alright. I can tell these guys to build space stations even if I can't do anything else, right? Yeah, build. I just have to go the more tedious route of doing it one at a time. Alright. Hey guys, I think this is a good point to put a cut in the video, so I hope you guys have enjoyed. This is Mouse Gunner, signing out.